TKTRS. Boy, talk about chatty Cathys. Kelly Jackson and Heidi Glaus at the table. Good morning, Heidi.
Good morning. Your studio is awesome.
Right?
Cool, isn't it?
It's almost as good as Channel 5.
Almost.
Almost as good as Show Me St. Louis. How long have you been at Show Me St. Louis? 62 years?
Just about.
Yeah.
I started as an intern in 96.
96.
Yeah. Is that crazy?
And you're here because you're doing an expose on something. What's going on here?
Well, I have been told by multiple people that you have this secret talent and are an incredible woodworker.
Well, first of all, who told you this besides Kelly Jackson?
Pat Blassie.
Oh, okay.
See?
So you're here to find out the truth.
That's exactly right. We're digging in.
So we're going to have to bring you to the Bat Cave later this afternoon.
That's right.
So we're
Thank God you're going with someone else. Who knows if you get out of that basement.
We're going to have to blindfold you and bring you into the
Down the gravel road.
Out in Cotterville, there's a little do not enter sign. That goes down, and the Channel 5 truck will go through that, and we'll bring you to the Bat Cave.
Follow the signs in the sky.
So what do you want out of this deal? Because you want to. I'm confused by all of this.
Because you don't think you're that interesting?
Hi, have we just met? No, I think I'm.
He loves McGraw. McGraw loves him.
I find it interesting because when people find out I'm a woodworker, they're like, "Oh, that's dorky." Kind of. Well, what do you do? And I tell them what I do, and then after 5 minutes, they're like, "Wow, that's really cool. How'd you end up doing that?" So it's almost like. It's like when someone says I'm a beekeeper and you're like, that's a stupid hobby, and then you find out about it, you're like, wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that's.
I just always think it's cool when people surprise you. You
Exactly.
know? And that's surprising. I didn't know you were a woodworker until I started working here.
Yeah.
And he does it well.
Well,
I mean,
we
he's
want to know,
really
like,
good.
did you start in shop back when you were in 7th grade, or is this something you took up a little bit later?
So believe it or not, when I was in junior high, they had shop class, and I didn't think about this until relatively recently, and I made a bowl with a lathe, and I didn't think anything of it. You make a bowl, you bring it home, you're like, here, I made a bowl, and I didn't think anything of it. And then years later, when I got into it, I was like, I wonder if that's where I sort of got it, but. Really, it comes down to those PBS shows in college. Do you remember Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting?
Yeah.
And in your world, there's a big cloud right here. And you're like, no. Wait a minute, that looks really good. That cloud looks great. Well, after Bob Ross, This Old House came on. And then New Yankee Workshop came on. And Norm would make a chest of drawers in a half hour. And so I would watch these shows, and people would laugh at me. They're like, what are you watching? I'm like, this is really cool. Watch how he joins these two pieces of wood. And so I watched these shows for years, and then at one point I went out and bought a power tool.
So you taught yourself?
Well, through TV, basically, yeah.
Power of TV.
I know.
I'm kind of like Tattoo, right, from Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island?
He
The
taught
plane,
himself.
the plane.
He taught himself English from TV, and I taught myself.
Hervé Villages?
Wow, you're very good.
Is he still alive?
No.
I don't know.
I think he died.
But so kind of, and the other interesting thing is, I went to Woodcraft up here by Westport, and I was talking to those guys, and I was so afraid to like do anything because I wasn't very good. And the guy's like, "What do you mean? We make mistakes all the time." And when I allowed myself to say, "Oh, I can make a mistake and that's okay," that's when I really started to enjoy it.
So what do you like to make?
So I'm an arts and crafts guy. So I like to make a lot of arts and crafts stuff.
See, that statement alone is surprising to me. I'm an arts and crafts guy. Would you
know.
ever look at him and think, yep, arts and crafts guy?
Well, arts
I
and
know.
crafts,
He'll surprise you once you get to know him today.
mission
Seriously.
style, that sort of I like. What is so that? Why is that so funny?
Heidi and I looked at each other.
Why is that so funny?
He said mission, right?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
He said
oh.
mission style.
Oh, yeah. No, you thought this was an FM morning show. No, this is a family-friendly show. People, it's outrageous. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe. Well, she is going to see my headboard today.
I know.
I made a headboard, and I was telling Kelly earlier that with a bunch of notches. There's these notches around the edge of the headboard.
And they stand for what?
We are completely out of time. Any more questions? Now I know why you've lasted all these years at Channel 5. Inquiring minds want to know. Anything else? Any other questions?
Oh, I've
you
got
have?
plenty for you.
All right. All right, good. Heidi Glaus. So when is this going to air?
I believe it's going to air next Wednesday, but I'll have to double check and make sure.
Okay. All right. Now the Channel 5 TV cameras are here. Do you guys still do 5-1?
We sure do.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Be careful what finger you use, McGraw.
Oh, it's 5-1.
Remember,
Oh,
family
okay.
show.
All right. There you go. 7:57. Heidi Glaus here checking in with us on the Big 550 KTRS.
Hi, Terry Hall here. It's the new year.